Hey guys, this is Spiritual at Heart Tarot and welcome back to another pick a card reading. Today we're answering the question, what action does your person want to take towards you? So we're looking at the energy check to see if you're in the right pile, maybe get some additional information, and then we're going to look at what action they want to take towards you. And for this reading, I have 3 different piles. We have pile number 1 over here with the beautiful Lepidolite. Then we have pile number 2 with the Selenite. And the last pile is pile number 3 with this beautiful shiny rose quartz. So take your time to pick the pile you feel most drawn to and let's get into it. Hello, my lovely pile number 1. If you chose the beautiful Lepidolite, this is going to be your reading. As you can see, I have already laid out my cards, but I'll go through all the cards with you so you can get a little grasp of what's on the table today. So for person A, we have the dragonfly, we have justice, we have security, and we have mnemosyne with the past. And the numbers that are present here are the number 11 and the number 37. So those might be significant. For person B, we have the earthworm, we have the 8 of cups, we have purification, and we have Demeter with nurturer. And we also have the 8 with 8 of cups, and we have the number 11. So we can already see 2 number 11s on both sides. So I think that might be something significant. I feel with this pile, you might be feeling like you are kind of both of these 2 energies. There might be some mirroring going on. But let's talk about that later. Let's take a look at your connections energy. Your connections energy is the creator. So you must be very creative, or the both of you are very creative. And we have the high priestess with the numbers 22 and the number 2. So we can again see another synchronicity already happening with 22 and 2. So I think that this is going to be a significant reading or a significant pile. I think that there is a very special connection, especially with this high priestess as well, but we're going to get into that later. I'm moving on ahead of myself. We'll start out with person A, then we're going to talk about person B, and then we're going to see what's going on with the 2 of you in this connection first. So for person A, we have the dragonfly, and the dragonfly, of course, is associated with air. So this person might be an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. And we also have the justice card, and justice is also associated with Libra. So we do have a very, very strong Libra energy coming from person A. Of course, these don't have to be your zodiac signs, but it might just be another level of confirmation, like I always say. So let's talk a little bit about this dragonfly person. The dragonfly is very smart, very intelligent. It talks about the mind because the dragonfly is always moving, always shifting, always changing. And they have this beautiful glare as well. So it's like they're very quick-minded. And I think that there is a big emphasis on their mind. And I think that at this time, with the past being here with the mnemosyne card, I feel like they are looking back at their past and really going through old memories and maybe like not taking them at face value anymore, or not just taking them how they felt at the time. I think that they can look back now with a new perspective on what actually happened. With justice, I think that now this person is actually seeing them for what they are. And I think that this person has kind of learned a lot of lessons from their past and are now ready to take more empowered decisions or make empowered steps towards what they want. Because with this Justice card specifically, it kind of looks like they have a decision to make. We have this sword here. It's like they have to make a decision what they're going to do. And they have not made the decision yet, but I think that they're contemplating what to do. With this security card, I do see that that they are probably now at a place in life that they're actually quite stable. I think that they can now make that decision coming from love, coming from acceptance, coming from a place that's actually pretty healthy. So if you are person A, very good. But yeah, I think you're working through some things from the past and just working through old memories and maybe even clearing up some blockages that you have now due to whatever happened in the past. Maybe an example could be that in the past someone didn't treat you nicely, they left you, and you were very upset, which is normal. But now, with the mind that you have now and the things that you've went through, you can finally see like, well, this relationship wasn't very healthy in the first place. So this relationship wasn't the best for me at the time. Although it hurt a lot that this person left me, it was the best thing, the best outcome possible at the time. And I think that's the kind of energy that this dragonfly is in, that they're contemplating about things that happened in the past, and they kind of realize like a lot of things weren't my fault. I'm not a bad person. It wasn't because I didn't deserve certain things. I think that it was more so like it wasn't in your best interest to move forward with certain things, or the other way around, like maybe you didn't get something that you really wanted, but now you realize like it wasn't the right time. But I think that because you have those realizations now, it will be much easier to move forward and to make a different decision at this time. So maybe you still have fears about taking steps towards a certain direction, but it's going to be much easier to move towards these things that you really want, because you know that Spirit always has your best interest in mind. And they're not going to take something away from you that belongs to you or that's the best outcome for you. So even if you decide to take a step in a direction that's not meant for you, it's going to be taken away. Okay, that might be difficult, but you always have in your mind like this was the best thing that happened at that time. So I hope that makes sense. And I think that this person in general is quite stable. They're just weighing out options. They're looking at their past. They're really just clearing out anything from their past to help them feel ready and secure in the now. And they just have a totally different perspective than they had at those times in life. So that's kind of what I'm seeing with person A. Now let's take a look at person B. Person B is represented by the earthworm. So this person might be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. But of course, they don't have to be any of those zodiacs. It's just another confirmation. Now, the earthworm is more of a beginner. They maybe recently started something new, maybe a new job, maybe a new hobby, or they just started a new phase of their life and they're just getting used to this new life that they're living in. Because we have purification and the Eight of Cups, so it really looks like they've recently walked away from a lot of things that weren't really serving them. But we can see with the Eight of Cups that it was very hard on them. There might have been situations where there were still some feelings, or it might have been that they've left a job that they still really enjoyed, but it was not enough for them. So, for example, this could mean that they did really like the co-workers, but the job itself wasn't really nice. or they left to a different country or different city because they had more options there or more freedom there, but they left behind a lot of people that they care about. And with purification as well, we can clearly see like they are moving towards something that's really beautiful, but at the same time, it's like they're still working through some things. I think that this person is probably also working through their connections, like figuring out which connections are like good enough to keep in their lives. I'm not sure how to really say that, but like they're clearing out their closet, so to say, not just their clothes. They might be clearing out their closet when it comes to their clothes as well, but I think that it's just like a more so clearing up of their whole life. It's like not only are they figuring out what friends are worth keeping, what job descriptions fit them best, and what jobs they actually want to take. Maybe they are looking at their health as well, like what activities am I doing that actually serve me, and what things should I better like stop doing or do a little less. Or maybe they're figuring out what new hobbies they can try out, especially with the earthworm here. So we're really getting a sense of renewal with this person, like new energy coming in. I think that they have a lot of hope for the future, especially with this sunflower being here. And although they're leaving something behind that they still have in their hearts, I think they're very optimistic about their future. Now, they also have Demeter. I'm not sure how we pronounce that in English. I know the Dutch pronunciation, but I know it's very different from what it is in English probably. But we have the Nurturer. And the Nurturer is a card that also talks about like giving and receiving. Like if you have enough, if you have a lot of self-worth, you can give from a place of love. You can give knowing that it's not going to take away from you. And after giving a lot, you will receive a lot. And it's a very clear exchange. It's not like speckled. There are no strings attached. It's very free flowing. And I think that that's what this person is learning. Like giving from a place, knowing that you will receive it back, and really setting firm boundaries and getting to know themselves a lot better. So I think that this person is really going through quite some transformational energy. I think that they're learning a lot. They're stepping up. And maybe that's why they are a little bit in this earthworm energy of feeling a little bit shy, maybe being a little bit overwhelmed by the new, but at the same time, like really excited about the potential that they have or that's about to come into their lives. And like we said, we do have these two number 11s. So it might be that the number 1 is all about new beginnings, that you're both kind of going through a new beginning. It looks like the earthworm already has taken the steps for this new beginning, and that this dragonfly is like still contemplating whether they are going to move in that direction, or they're still a little bit unsure. They're still working through some things before they get ready for something new. Now, let's talk about this connecting energy over here. We have the High Priestess and we have the Creator. By the way, I just saw 1, 2, 3, 4 in the monitor. So again, it talks about moving up, taking steps forward. So that's really an energy that I'm seeing right here. But now let's talk about the Creator and the High Priestess, right? So we have the number 22 and we have the number 2. And the number 2 is always all about connection. So I think that's very special. Now, the High Priestess is also very intuitive, and they can see beyond the veil, or they have connection beyond the veil. So I think that the two of you are really psychically connected. Maybe you get dreams about them, or you get little nudges about them. Maybe you see their names everywhere. You might see a lot of synchronicities that come with them, like or that might be about them, like something that remembers you. How am I going to pronounce that? I'm sorry. This is my Dutch mind not wanting to work with me. what's it called? Like things that you remember about them, like something that they really loved might recently have been popping up everywhere, something like that. So there is a very strong psychic connection between the two of you. And with the creator being here, I feel like you two were meant to create something together. Maybe you are creative on yourself, like separately, but I do feel for this pile specifically that you have like a mission together, whether this is creating like just a very happy family to be an example for other people, or this is like within business, you're both working together, creating a new business. I don't even think I've mentioned if this is going to be a love reading or not. So it might, for some people, not even be a romantic connection. And I feel for some of you, it might not even be a romantic connection, because this very well could be like soulmate, but like work partners. Like two people starting a company together and really making it big, and that your memories or your thought patterns are very in sync, or you work well together. You just intuitively feel what the other needs. So it might be that this is not even a love connection, but I think for most of you it will be a love connection, and this creator energy might be like creating a family, maybe even as like a romantic partnership, having a company together, maybe even like what I'm getting is opening a restaurant for some people, like you both are passionate about cooking. It could be anything really, but I definitely see the both of you creating something together and really working well with each other because you have that intuitive connection. So that's what I'm seeing in your energies. Let me see if there is anything left that I'm seeing, anything that draws my eyes. No, I think the biggest thing is that this person is still like figuring things out, and that the earthworm might be a little bit afraid, but they're really moving forward and they're just ready to go. So let me remove these cards and let's take a look at what action your person wants to take. Okay, so for what action do they want to take? We have up top, we have the whip and the birds. This is a Lenormand deck. And then for the tarot, we have the Three of Wands, the Four of Pentacles, the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the Queen of Swords, and the Two of Wands. So again, we can see a lot of air energy going on here. So again, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini are really highlighted here. And the birds as well, like birds fly. So a lot of air energy. So a lot of mental energy maybe even. So with the whip and the birds, I think the action they want to take is they want to whip you into shape. And this is not about your physique. This is more about like, they want to get you in the right mindset. They want to talk with you and they want to help you be ready for a certain move. So like we said, with the creator, I got the energy that you were meant to create something or work together on something. And I feel that this person is ready to move forward. They're ready to go. And they are just waiting for you to do the same. So I think that they're going to communicate with you and are trying to get you in that same kind of mindset. Now, with the tarot cards, we have the Three of Wands. So to me, this indicates that, again, they're ready to take over the world with you. With the key word here being travel, it might be that they want to go on a trip with you, or that your work or the joint work that you will do come with travel. It might come with travel, or you might want to move to a different place. Maybe your partner wants to move to a different city and they're trying to convince you. So the situations might be different for everybody. And I'm not even channeling about the part if you are with this person or not. I think for a lot of you, you probably are already together with this person, and it's just like some kind of debate on when you're gonna move, or or like if you're gonna start something together or something like that. But for a few of you, or for maybe even more than a few of you, it is like a connection where there is not really any communication. Maybe there is a separation, and there is just this thing about we want to do something together, but we're not sure if the other one is ready. I think that that might be for a few of you, like someone is needing to take up the guts to move forward. In that case, I do think the most of you are going to be that earthworm person that's already ready to go, and it's like waiting for the other one to move forward with them. But with the Three of Wands, we can definitely see that there is an aspect of travel or an aspect of action when it comes to this connection. With the Four of Pentacles, though, I do feel like there is some guardedness. The Four of Pentacles is usually depicted by someone that's like holding on to their coins for dear life. So it might be that someone's scared of change, or that they're afraid that they will lose that security that we saw in the energy check. So they're kind of hesitant to move forward. Now, with the Page of Swords, the Knight of Swords, and the Queen of Swords, I think that we could read these three together as someone having an idea and moving forward with it. Like the Page of Swords is about like coming up with a new idea, having a very bright new idea that you want to act on, or a dream that you want to act on. And the Knight of Swords is like very fast-paced action. So I think that someone is like very hasty, maybe even to take action, and the other one is kind of hesitant. I think that's the energy that we're seeing here. And that person that's a little bit more hasty is trying to convince the other person to join them. And with the Queen of Swords, we can clearly see that there is still a decision left to be made. And I think that the action that your person's going to take, depending on which one of the two energies you are, I think that we can definitely see that you're both going to be moving forward with whatever plan this is. Like you will be working together. So if this is someone that was a little bit more hesitant, I think that they are working on their self-worth and they're preparing themselves to get ready so that you both can move forward. If this person is the one that's a little bit more hastily and you are the one that's a little bit like in the energy of, well, I'm not really sure yet. I'm not sure if we're ready to do it. I think that your person is just going to work on themselves and get ready and just become more confident in who they are and maybe start planning on their own to get ready with the self-worth card. So I think the action that's going to be taken towards you is going to be some communication, that you will have a conversation with this person and really streamlining both of your thoughts. Like you're maybe one of you is like that hastily energy, the other one is a little bit like holding back. And I think that with this conversation, there will be some middle ground. And I feel like instead of that Knight of Swords, very quick energy, I think that you'll both decide that it's better to like take some more grounded action and go a little bit slower, but move forward anyway. So yeah, the action that they want to take is like, they want to communicate with you and they want to be at the same wavelength with you and like be sure that you want to move in the same direction as they want, but in the same pace. Especially with this Two of Wands as well. It's like the two of you, you both want to move a certain direction, but you're doing it together. It's not like one person is already far ahead and the other one is like down there still waiting. It's like you both want to do this together and not let one person go ahead. So that's the message that I'm seeing. Now I want to end off the reading with some oracle cards, and these oracle cards are angel oracle cards. So let's see what messages we have for you guys. Ooh. So the first card we have is Count Your Blessings. Thank you, universe and angels, for the blessings in my life. So I think that some advice for you guys is just to be grateful for everything that you have. Really cherish maybe old memories and realize like how far you've come, or just really being happy with what you have already received, and just getting excited about what's to come, especially because we did have that purification card as well. So I do think that you're both like really getting ready for taking action on some sort of venture, and probably a creative venture, or it might be like starting this family, or maybe moving to some new place as a family. There is just a very fresh energy. It's like there is a new chapter coming for the two of you. Let's see what else we get. Spirit, can we get some more advice for pile number 1, please? Let's see if anything else wants to pop up. Spirit, can we get some more advice? Again, there is that hesitancy, right? Like they're not fully sure yet. And we also have the miracle of forgiveness with thank you, Jeremiel, for helping me understand the process of forgiveness. So it might be that one of you needs to forgive the other for not moving as fast as you want to go. And again, this might also go both ways, like the other one not wanting to, like forgiving the other one for wanting to move too fast, in their eyes, too fast. Or, yeah, like not really being on the same page about the pace you should be going. Like forgive each other for wanting to move in different timings. I think there is just going to be a compromise when it comes to this situation, this action that you both want to take. And I think that that's something too, like you might need to acknowledge the fact that they actually want the same thing, but there is just a little difference in how fast you want to move, right? I kind of want one more. Okay, you guys got 2 more. Let's just take them both. So we have Archangel Michael with You Are Protected. Thank you, Michael, for surrounding me with your protective light. So know that whether you are the person that wants to move faster, or the person that's kind of scared and wants to hold back, and they're kind of stuck in the past with like something might have gone wrong in the past, know that this time you are protected, that your connection is protected, and that you are safe. That whenever you decide to move towards this thing that you're doing together, angels are beside you, you are protected. And I think that the thing that you are creating is something very special. And I think that it's probably guided by the divine itself, especially because you did have that High Priestess card. So you might be getting intuitive nudges as well about this creative venture, or moving to a different place, or whatever it is that you are creating with this person. I think that is highly divinely guided. The last card we have is Unconditional Love, the Divine Mother. Oh, that's beautiful. Thank you, Divine Mother, for helping me to give and receive the love I deserve. So again, we have that same energy as the Demeter card with nurture. The energy of really having enough self-worth and setting clear boundaries that you can give and receive love equally. Like there is a clear exchange. There are no strings attached. It's just a free flow of love. And I think that that is what you have with this person, or that you will have with this person once you both are ready to move forward. So it's like you need to try to loosen, or not trying to want to change them too much, and they're not going to try to change you as much. Just give them love and let them come forward in the time that they need. And they will do the same for you. Like respect each other's needs and boundaries when it comes to this specific event. I hope that this reading made sense, because this was something totally different than I saw coming when I intended to do the reading. I expected it to be like very lovey-dovey, and again, I am feeling a very loving energy from this specific pile. But I think that Spirit really wanted to bring forward a message about the purpose that you have with this person and moving forward with this purpose that you have together. And I expected it really to be more of like someone's going to wants to give you an apology, or they just want to stop fighting. But this is like something totally different. And I think that's actually pretty cool. But let me know what you thought of the reading, and if this resonated with you in any type of way. So thank you so much for watching. If you like the video, I'd love to get a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to my channel. I'd love to have you there. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye guys. Hello, my lovely pile number 2. If you picked this beautiful selenite crystal, this is going to be your reading. And as you can see, I've already laid out the cards, and we have a person A, person B kind of reading again. So let's talk about person A and the cards that they have first. So we have the turtle, we have the 4 of Wands, we have fulfillment, and we have Artemis with a focus and the number 4. So we have the number 4 over here, and we have the 4 in the 4 of Wands. Then on the other side, we have the deer for person B. We have action, we have Mama Kila with the moon, and this is the number 32. And we also have a number 4 with the 4 of swords. So we already see 2 4s in this reading, so that might be something significant. Now, the connection energy is represented by the healer with the number 25 and with the 2 of wands. And I think that this is a very special 2 of wands. Let me put it up a little bit closer. But there is like one person, and this person has 2 heads, and it's looking 2 sides. So that must be significant as well. But let's talk about person A first. So person A is represented by the turtle, and the turtle, of course, is associated with water. And that might indicate that this person is a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. But you don't have to have these zodiacs. This might just be another level of confirmation. What we are seeing with the turtle is this is it's like a fun energy, and this person feels very at home with themselves. I think that this person has done a lot of healing, and it's probably not the first time around on this planet. Like, they're an old soul. They have already been through a lot. They've learned a lot. They hold a lot of wisdom. And because of that, it's much easier for them now to move through the world. Like, they can handle anything. They have this huge shield on their back, and they're just doing what makes them happy. They're just following the whims of their calling, right? I'm not sure if I'm saying that correctly, but they're just doing what they love. And it kind of looks like this person's like dancing in the rain, right? So they're just making the best of any situation that they're in. Now, the cool thing with this turtle is that they have Artemis here. And Artemis talks about really living in the moment and just enjoying everything and indulging in the now. So I feel like this person is really focusing on doing what they love and really living in the moment. Like, with fulfillment here as well, like, they're doing the things that they love. They're shooting their arrow straight towards the things that they love. They're really focused on just being happy, just doing what they love. They're not worried about anything else. They're just like really focused on maybe creating something. It might be that they love creating art, and they are just fully embracing the moment, like they're fully going with the process of creating the art. They might not even hear if any other person walks in, but like they're doing what they love and no one can really shake them. They're just like really happy and they're really empowered. I think that this person is in a great energy to be in. I think that they might not be where they want to be, but I think that they're just making the best of the situation that they're in. Now, we also have the Four of Wands being here, and I feel like this is more so the energy that they have towards the connection. And to me, that might indicate that they realize that this is going to be the person they want to marry. Because the Four of Wands can talk about marriage. So it might be that all of this fulfillment energy and this energy of really being happy where they are, it might be that already talks about this connection that they're in, that they are just really happy with where the connection is, and they just fully embrace the moment and every moment when the next one comes, and they're not afraid of anything bad happening because they know they have this shield and they can handle whatever comes towards them. But it might also indicate again that this person is just doing things on themselves, focusing on what they love, not really focusing on the connection at all, and just focusing on themselves, knowing that the other person will come around, or just like accepting the situation as it is right now. Now, on the other side, we have the Deer, and the Deer is a very loving energy. And the Deer is associated with Earth, so this person might be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. The Deer is typically an energy that we see in a lot of new parents. Like, it's very loving, it's very gentle, it's very compassionate, and they're also very intuitive. But the energy that I picked up with this Deer right now, when I saw the card, the first thing I heard was a deer in headlights. So I feel like this person feels like a deer in headlights. So they might be very compassionate and very loving and gentle, but I think that they might be very scared at this time, or like they're frozen because they're so scared. Like we all know, if a deer runs in front of a car, they tend to freeze, or if they're scared, they freeze. And I think that that's the kind of energy that we're seeing here, especially with the Four of Swords as well. The Four of Swords talks about resting, about waiting, about like knowing that it's not the right time to make a move. And especially with this Four of Swords, I'm sorry. Like you can see like this wolf is stuck. We all know that if this wolf starts to move, this is gonna hurt even more. Like the ties are gonna hurt even more. The best thing this wolf can do is just wait for someone to help them out of their situation, or wait for like the situation to change a little bit, right? It doesn't make any sense for this wolf to start acting crazy trying to get out of this situation, because it wouldn't help them. And we can also see that with the moon, because the Mama Kila card with the moon, it talks about the cycles of life and moving with the cycles. So sometimes it's just not the right time to do a certain thing, and you have to work with the energy. So it might be that this person is learning how to work with their cycles. If this is a feminine, it might be that they are learning to get more in tune with their menstrual cycle. But they don't have to be. This could also be just a masculine energy. It could be anybody really, but they're just learning to go with their own energy. So maybe they just feel very drained at this time, or very scared, and they're just waiting for it to blow over and just regain some energy. And we have action, so it does really look like they want to take action. With the Four of Swords as well, like this wolf, they don't want to be in this situation. They definitely don't. But they realize like there's not really something they can do at this time. They just have to wait until the situation change. But they really do want to make a change. They want to take action on whatever it is. So that is the energy of the deer. It's like waiting for their time to take action. Just, yeah, like figuring out when the right time is. Now, the connection energy, we have the healer and the Two of Wands. And the Two of Wands, this card specifically kind of talks about that indecision or like wishy-washy energy. Like, yes, I want to do it. No, yes, no, yes. Like that kind of energy. Like, it's on and off. It's hot and cold. I think that that's the kind of energy that you might be feeling with this person, or that you feel like sometimes you feel like they're fully in it. The other times they feel like they don't really care. But I think that that has more to do so with the energy of them feeling stuck or them being scared rather than them not wanting to do a certain thing. And with the healer being here, I think that this connection is very important for both of your healing journeys. I think that you, if you are the turtle, you have been through a lot of healing already, and that you will be less triggered in this connection. But for the deer, especially with the Four of Swords, I think that they are easily triggered because they are so sensitive. And I think that that's why every time something happens, like they just withdraw, they get stuck, they freeze, like we saw with the deer. So I feel like you just have to wait for them to figure those things out before they're going to make their next move. And just know that you are healing them by interacting with them. Even if you feel like you've said something stupid or whatever the situation was, it was meant to happen because it's a part of your healing journey and it's a part of their healing journey. And together, you were meant to like work together and healing each other along the path. And I think that that's a very beautiful aspect of a connection. And it doesn't mean that it's not gonna last, even if it feels like this relationship or this connection is very wishy-washy. It's just that you get triggered, or people get triggered, or one of you gets triggered. And I think that maybe there is some inaction at this time because this person is just waiting for the right time to come. And they're just trying to not move ahead of themselves, especially because we have that Four of Swords. Like, if they try to make a move now, like, they would make the situation a lot worse than it is. And they don't want to do that. So for now they're waiting. So I'm very curious to see like what action do they want to take next. So let's remove these cards and let's take a look at what action they want to take. Okay, so I laid out the cards. Let's see what we have. So up top for the Lenormand deck, we have the child and the dog. And then for the tarot cards, we have the Five of Swords, Selene with the moon. We have the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, Athena with strength, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So let's start up top with the Lenormand deck. So the child usually talks about that childlike energy, so a very playful energy. It can also talk about a new beginning. And the dog usually talks about loyalty and about being trustworthy. So for me, it seems like this person wants a fresh start with you. They want to be able to act playful around you. Maybe they even want to have like a family with you, with the child and the dog. Like, I can definitely see like that family life with a child, a dog, a lot of like a big family, so to say. But I do feel like that's what they want with you. They can definitely see this future with you. They want to be trustworthy. They want to be loyal to you. And I think that they just want to have fun with you. But I think for that to happen, there is really a fresh start needed. Especially because with the tarot cards, we have this Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords talks about conflict. So I feel like they might not even know why or how, or there might just be still a lot of things being triggered, especially with this illusion card. Like, you might have a lot of conflict with them, but it might come from a place of old wounds being activated, and they don't want that anymore. We can see with the Page of Cups is a very young energy. It's a very loving energy, but it's still young. It's not very emotionally mature yet. So I think that that's the thing why you might have conflict. It's like emotionally they're not fully mature yet, and they might see things like a little bit blurred. Like some old trauma might come up when they interact with you, and they cannot see clearly why you say a certain thing or why you do something, and they kind of fear the worst, and they might not act from a place of trust or a place of like emotional vulnerability, but they might have some walls up, right? But what I do see is like what they want to do, what move they want to make is they want to move from the Page of Cups to the King of Cups. So they want to be more emotionally mature. They want to be more healed. So I think that what they want to do is they want to be more mature, or they want to work on themselves to be a better spouse, or they want to be a better partner and just help you and help the connection forward. Especially with strength, like they are trying to gain the courage to really move forward with this connection, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles talks about like building a life, building something. And it's like planting the seed and watching it grow. And I think that they're trying to build up the courage to actually start moving towards building a future with you, instead of being in this Page of Cups energy and maybe even being a little childish and like lashing out because they felt like you've said something that hurt them. And it wasn't meant to hurt them, but again, it came from a place of trauma or a wounding that happened in the past. Because with all these cups energies, I do think that your person is very sensitive, and this sensitivity can be a very good thing, but at the same time, for them at this time, because they're still in these phases of healing, they get triggered easily and they might lash out, or they might like argue with you a lot because they just don't see that you have the best intentions. Maybe they can feel that you want the best for them, or they can feel that you really love them, but at the same time they might not feel safe enough to trust this connection, or to trust that you will always be there, or that you meant well, or something like that. So I think that the action they want to take is they want to work on themselves, and once they're ready working on themselves, they will want to start a new chapter with you, a new future with you. They will try to take up that courage to actually plant that seed, like start a family with you and like build a future with you with this Seven of Pentacles card. By the way, we do have, I think, with Athena, we have Leo energy, and with the moon, I think it's Aquarius energy. I'm not pretty sure. I am not very good at the zodiac. Sometimes I really have to read off like a paper, but I'm doing my best. And with all these King of Cups energies, we do have a lot of water energy once again. So Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio are highlighted as well. But we can definitely see like they want that future with you. They want to be playful with you. They want to build a family with you, have a child or a pet or both with you, like really having a stable family life with you. But first they want to work on themselves to become ready for that type of energy, right? And that like they don't want to mess up your connection because they're not ready yet. That's what I'm seeing. So let's get some oracles to end this reading off with some advice. So Spirit, can we get some messages for pile number 2, please? Can we get some messages for pile 2? So the first card we have is balance. So we can see a little bit of a Libra energy. Then we have, thank you angels for bringing my life into balance. So I think the turtle person is someone that's already very balanced, or maybe they're very stable, but they're still finding their balance. And I think that the what did we have? The deer person is trying to get back into balance. I think that they might be quite off balance at this time, and that's why they need that rest. They need to find back some balance in their life. And with the Two of Wands being the energy of your connection, I think that communicating with each other might kind of bring you out of balance every now and then, and that's why there are those rest periods in between that you don't have any contact, or there is less contact, so you can regain that balance. So I think if you're not in contact with this person right now, it might be the best time for you to get into balance, and they'll obviously try the same, but I think that's just a little bit of an advice here. Let's see what else we have. My dog just drank some water. Maybe that's a message as well. Like, you might need to drink some more water. Maybe that will help. We also have move your body. Let me readjust the camera with this glare. There you go. Thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body and energy. So yeah, you might want to move your body a little bit more. You might want to hit the gym. You might want to go for a walk. But whenever you feel like your mind is stuck, it might really help to just go for a little walk, or just to do something to change up your energy. We have one flipped. Here we go. Let's see what it says. We have trust your vibes. And it says, thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. So you are clearly being guided by the universe. Trust your intuition and trust whatever your gut feeling says about someone, because I feel like you can truly pick up on their energies. And if someone feels off, just know that you might want to be careful with those people specifically, right? But I think that especially your person is trying to learn to trust what they're feeling on the inside, and not get so overwhelmed by all the triggering that might be happening in this connection specifically. Like we said, they are very compassionate, and I think that they know that you love them, but because of all this triggering, they might get overwhelmed, and they might doubt whatever's going on, especially because we did have that wishy-washy energy. Like, one time they know they're fully in it and they know that you love them. The other time they just get confused and they're just hurt, and they cannot really trust what they thought about you in the first place. Although we all know that there is a lot of love underneath. We have 2 more cards, so let's take a look. The first one is don't hate, meditate. And it says, thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. So whenever you have some frustrations towards this person, or you feel very rejected, it might be time to calm down the mind. And again, that energy of frustration and just it's not hate towards this person. I don't think it's really hate, but you might at that time really want to curse at them, right? But that's the time that you really need to calm the mind and feel your energy, because again, it's probably going to be a blockage or a trigger for you that has occurred. And as we saw, you are triggering each other quite a lot. The last card we have is Archangel Metatron with Clear Your Vibes. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. So you might need to clear out your energy field a little bit. There might be some debris left in there, like little things that are just not helping you out. Maybe you are very sensitive to other people's energy. Whenever you get into a big group of people, some energy just sticks to you and you carry it with you. you might want to clear out your energy regularly so you can keep that clear mindedness and just be in that happy place like the turtle already was. And I think that with clearing your vibes, it's like that shield, like protecting yourself, protecting your energy, keeping it high vibe, keeping it happy, and just being really focused on the now instead of being disturbed or distracted by any other energies that are still lingering around. So that was your last message. I truly hope it resonated. I hope it gave you some guidance. If you like the reading, I'd love to get a thumbs up. They really help me out. You can comment down below and tell me if it resonated or what you thought of the reading. Feel free to subscribe to my channel as well. I'd be happy to have you there. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye, guys. Okay, so I laid out the cards. Let's see what we have. So up top for the Lenormand deck, we have the child and the dog. And then for the tarot cards, we have the Five of Swords, Selene with the moon. We have the Page of Cups, the King of Cups, Athena with strength, and we have the Seven of Pentacles. So let's start up top with the Lenormand deck. So the child usually talks about that childlike energy. So a very playful energy. It can also talk about a new beginning. And the dog usually talks about loyalty and about being trustworthy. So for me, it seems like this person wants a fresh start with you. They want to be able to act playful around you. Maybe they even want to have like a family with you, with the child and the dog. Like I can definitely see like that family life with a child, a dog, a lot of like a big family, so to say. But I do feel like that's what they want with you. They can definitely see this future with you. They want to be trustworthy. They want to be loyal to you. And I think that they just want to have fun with you. But I think for that to happen, there is really a fresh start needed. Especially because with the tarot cards, we have this Five of Swords. And the Five of Swords talks about conflict. So I feel like they might not even know why or how, or there might just be still a lot of things being triggered, especially with this illusion card. Like you might have a lot of conflict with them, but it might come from a place of old wounds being activated, and they don't want that anymore. We can see with the Page of Cups is a very young energy. It's a very loving energy, but it's still young. It's not very emotionally mature yet. So I think that that's the thing why you might have conflict. It's like emotionally they're not fully mature yet, and they might see things like a little bit blurred. Like some old trauma might come up when they interact with you, and they cannot see clearly why you say a certain thing or why you do something, and they kind of fear the worst, and they might not act from a place of trust or a place of like emotional vulnerability, but they might have some walls up, right? But what I do see is like what they want to do, what move they want to make is they want to move from the Page of Cups to the King of Cups. So they want to be more emotionally mature. They want to be more healed. So I think that what they want to do is they want to be more mature, or they want to work on themselves to be a better spouse, or they want to be a better partner and just help you and help the connection forward. Especially with strength, like they are trying to gain the courage to really move forward with this connection, especially with the Seven of Pentacles. The Seven of Pentacles talks about like building a life, building something. And it's like planting the seed and watching it grow. And I think that they're trying to build up the courage to actually start moving towards building a future with you, instead of being in this Page of Cups energy and maybe even being a little childish and like lashing out because they felt like you've said something that hurt them. And it wasn't meant to hurt them, but again, it came from a place of trauma or a wounding that happened in the past. Because with all these cups energies, I do think that your person is very sensitive, and this sensitivity can be a very good thing, but at the same time, for them at this time, because they're still in these phases of healing, they get triggered easily and they might lash out, or they might like argue with you a lot because they just don't see that you have the best intentions. Maybe they can feel that you want the best for them, or they can feel that you really love them, but at the same time they might not feel safe enough to trust this connection, or to trust that you will always be there, or that you meant well, or something like that. So I think that the action they want to take is they want to work on themselves, and once they're ready working on themselves, they will want to start a new chapter with you, a new future with you. They will try to take up that courage to actually plant that seed, like start a family with you, and like build a future with you with this Seven of Pentacles card. By the way, we do have, I think, with Athena, we have Leo energy, and with the moon, I think it's Aquarius energy. I'm not pretty sure. I am not very good at the zodiac. Sometimes I really have to read off like a paper, but I'm doing my best. And with all these King of Cups energies, we do have a lot of water energy once again. So Pisces, Cancer, and Scorpio are highlighted as well. But we can definitely see like they want that future with you. They want to be playful with you. They want to build a family with you, have a child or a pet or both with you, like really having a stable family life with you. But first they want to work on themselves to become ready for that type of energy, right? And that like they don't want to mess up your connection because they're not ready yet. That's what I'm seeing. So let's get some oracles to end this reading off with some advice. So Spirit, can we get some messages for pile number 2, please? Can we get some messages for pile 2? So the first card we have is balance. So we can see a little bit of a Libra energy. Then we have thank you angels for bringing my life into balance. So I think the turtle person is someone that's already very balanced, or maybe they're very stable, but they're still finding their balance. And I think that the what did we have? The deer person is trying to get back into balance. I think that they might be quite off balance at this time, and that's why they need that rest. They need to find back some balance in their life. And with the Two of Wands being the energy of your connection, I think that communicating with each other might kind of bring you out of balance every now and then. And that's why there are those rest periods in between that you don't have any contact, or there is less contact, so you can regain that balance. So I think if you're not in contact with this person right now, it might be the best time for you to get into balance, and they'll obviously try the same. But I think that's just a little bit of an advice here. Let's see what else we have. My dog just drank some water. Maybe that's a message as well. Like you might need to drink some more water. Maybe that will help. We also have move your body. Let me readjust the camera with this glare. There you go. Thank you, angels, for motivating me to move my body and energy. So yeah, you might want to move your body a little bit more. You might want to hit the gym. You might want to go for a walk. But whenever you feel like your mind is stuck, it might really help to just go for a little walk, or just to do something to change up your energy. We have one flipped. Here we go. Let's see what it says. We have trust your vibes. And it says, thank you, angels. Today I choose to trust my intuition and your guidance. So you are clearly being guided by the universe. Trust your intuition and trust whatever your gut feeling says about someone, because I feel like you can truly pick up on their energies. And if someone feels off, just know that you might want to be careful with those people specifically, right? But I think that especially your person is trying to learn to trust what they're feeling on the inside and not get so overwhelmed by all the triggering that might be happening in this connection specifically. Like we said, they are very compassionate, and I think that they know that you love them. But because of all this triggering, they might like get overwhelmed and they might doubt whatever's going on. Especially because we did have like that wishy-washy energy. Like one time they know they're fully in it and they know that you love them. The other time they just get confused and they're just hurt and they cannot really trust what they thought about you in the first place. Although we all know that there is a lot of love underneath. We have 2 more cards, so let's take a look. The first one is Don't Hate, Meditate. And it says, thank you, angels, for guiding me to love through meditation. So whenever you have some frustrations towards this person, or you feel very rejected, it might be time to calm down the mind. And again, that energy of frustration and just like, it's not hate towards this person. I don't think it's really hate, but you might at that time, like really want to curse at them, right? But that's the time that you really need to calm the mind and feel your energy, because again, it's probably going to be a blockage or a trigger for you that has occurred. And as we saw, you are triggering each other quite a lot. The last card we have is Archangel Metatron with Clear Your Vibes. Thank you, Metatron, for clearing my energy field. So you might need to clear out your energy field a little bit. There might be some debris left in there, like little things that are just not helping you out. Maybe you are very sensitive to other people's energy. Whenever you get into a big group of people, some energy just sticks to you and you carry it with you. You might want to clear out your energy regularly so you can keep that clear mindedness and just be in that happy place like the turtle already was. And I think that with clearing your vibes, it's like that shield, like protecting yourself, protecting your energy, keeping it high vibe, keeping it happy, and just being really focused on the now instead of being disturbed or distracted by any other energies that are still lingering around. So that was your last message. I truly hope it resonated. I hope it gave you some guidance. If you like the reading, I'd love to get a thumbs up. They really help me out. You can comment down below and tell me if it resonated or what you thought of the reading. Feel free to subscribe to my channel as well. I'd be happy to have you there. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in one of my next videos. Bye, guys. Hello, my lovely pile number 3. If you chose the rose quartz crystal, this is going to be your reading. Now, before I start talking about these cards, I just wanted to start this reading, and my door to the yard was open, and there was like a massive yelling and like argument going on outside with some of the neighbors. So I feel like that's something quite significant in this reading. Like you might be like in an argument with this person, or you might not be talking with each other, or there might have been a big fight recently. Especially with 5 of Wands being your connection energy at this time as well. So I can definitely see that there is some fight going on, or there is a disagreement at this time. Something about like, maybe even that yelling was involved when it comes to you and your person. So that's something I wanted to get out of the way before we started. Now, let's talk about these two people, right? So we have person A on the left and person B on the right. You might feel like you're person A, you might be feeling like you're person B, or you might be feeling like you might be a little bit of both, and that's totally fine. I'm gonna start by talking about person A, but we're gonna look at all the cards first. So for person A, we have the Lizard, we have the Nine of Swords, we have Flow, we have Ocean with Generosity, and we have the number 41 that might be significant. Then for person B, we have the Hummingbird, we have the Hermit, we have Potential, and we have Nyx with Secrets and the number 40. For the connection itself, we have the Mother and we have the Five of Wands. And again, I already talked about this Five of Wands a little bit, but it seems like you might be in a fight or an argument, or there is just a very combative energy between the two of you at this time. But let's talk about person A now. So with the Lizard being here, this person might be a fire sign because the lizards are connected to fire. So this person might be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And the lizard has some kind of sixth sense. So it might be that this person is telepathic, or they might be clairvoyant. I think that this person is very spiritually inclined, or at least they might not have been growing into it yet. But I think that they have like a lot of potential to become some kind of spiritual master, or just being more in tune with the universe itself. And they can also be quite the dreamer, and they can be quite artistic. So it might be that they are using these extra senses to create art, or they can create music, or whatever they create. I think that they are very tapped into the universe, whether they are aware of it or not. But they might be like a great musician or a great artist, because they can really channel that energy very well. And I think that they can sense what's coming next. Like, I think that they can see a lot of things coming before it happens. And depending on how far they are along on their journey, they can be better at it, or like still tapping into it, still learning how to work with these energies. But we also have the Nine of Swords. And the Nine of Swords is a card of anxiety, of stress, of being very worried. And I think that it really contradicts all the other cards that this lizard person has, because we have the energy of flow and the energy of generosity here. And I think that they want to be in flow. They want to be someone that's very generous, but their fears are definitely holding them back. The generosity cards also talks about like giving freely and knowing that good karma will come back for it. And the flow as well, like getting into a creative flow or moving with the current. I feel like that's the energy that they want to be in, or they could be in. But I feel for a big part, like fear is holding them back. So it might be that if they are an artist and they love to share their work, or they would love to share their work, they might be holding back because they were afraid of failure, or they were afraid that people might not like it. And that kind of holds them back. It's like they are stopping the flow because they were afraid to share. And the lizard card, and also just fire signs in general, like they are very passionate. And it's like this person is kind of like dimming their passions or hiding away their passions because of this fear. So I think that they might need to work on their mindset a little bit, especially with this Nine of Swords. They have to overcome this fear, this anxiety that they're feeling, to get back into flow and to be able to receive. Because because of their fear, they're not freely giving. And because they're not freely giving, they cannot receive freely as well. Like they're blocking that flow of energy that's coming towards them as well. So I think that this person feels a little bit stuck. And I think that that energy of being stuck is like continuating because they're keeping themselves stuck, because they're afraid to make a move. They're afraid to open up and to go with the flow wherever they feel like they need to go. It's like that fear of rejection, that fear of not being good enough, whatever it is that they're fearing, it restricts their flow and it restricts like their energy maybe as well when it comes to just feeling alive. I think that they might feel like they're a little dimmed right now, like they cannot do what they love or something like that. But what we're seeing here is that clearly they're holding themselves back because they have this opportunity to create like a very beautiful, radiant life with a lot of fruits and a lot of like gifts coming into them, and Spirit wants to give them to them. But they're like out of fear. They're afraid to accept whatever comes. So that's the main energy I'm seeing with the lizard. Now let's talk a little bit about the hummingbird. The hummingbird is associated with air, so this person might be an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. And in general, hummingbirds are very positive and enthusiastic, and they love to learn. They're very curious. And I mean, we can definitely see that very bright energy, and I think that this is someone that lights up the room if you're with them. And I think that they are very connected to themselves. They know what they love. And they know how to recharge their own battery. And I think that at this time, the hummingbird person is in a stage of like recharging their battery. Maybe this is an empath and they have been around a lot of people for a long time and they felt a little bit drained. And now they are going within, they're doing the things that they enjoy to recharge their battery and just take some time for themselves now. With Nyx and Secrets being here with the number 40, we can definitely see that there is like, this person has really accepted certain things. They have accepted their need to know certain things. Like sometimes you're just not supposed to know everything. Sometimes a secret is meant to be there and it will be revealed to you at a later time. You're just not meant to know at this time. And I feel like that's what this person knows by now. Like, I kind of want to know what's going on. I kind of want to know why something's happening or why this person might not be responding or whatever the case is. But for now, I will just do my own thing, and I will trust that if I need to know and when I need to know, the answer will come to me. And with potential here, I think that this person is learning how to tap into their own potential. Like, we can definitely see that this volcano is like erupting or almost erupting. I get the feeling that you can hear the noise, like it's coming. And it's just not fully abrupted yet, but it's like we can hear the rumbling, we can hear that it's about to come in. And I think that that's what this hummingbird knows. It's like, I can just recharge, focus on myself, do my own thing, and I know that the answers will come to me. I can already hear the rumbling of the volcano. It's about to erupt, and I'll just do my own thing and protect myself in the meantime. I can get ready for whatever is about to happen. And I will know that whenever it's my time to know things, it'll come to me. So there is, like, the hummingbird is an energy that's very happy and enthusiastic. And even though sometimes they just need some time for themselves or they don't know all the answers, they're still happy. They're still able to be happy for others. They're still happy to do things that they enjoy. They don't feel overwhelmed very easily because they are very connected to themselves. And whenever they have like situations that they get a little bit insecure, they know what to do or where to go to like balance that energy out again to feel better. So that's the energy that I'm seeing with the hummingbird. And I feel for most people that the person watching, so you guys, you are probably this hummingbird. Like you might be in this stage of introspection, on focusing on yourself, regaining some of that energy, and just waiting for the answers to come. Like not literally waiting, not really searching for answers, but you're just doing your own thing. You can feel that the answer will come when the time is right. But at the same time, you can just happily live your life and just do your own thing until that answer comes. And I think that the other person is going to be this lizard that wants to give a lot and wants to show you a lot, or that holds, because the lizard is a fire card. It's like there is a lot of passion within this person, but I think that they're holding it back because of their fears, because they are very scared with this 9 of Swords. And I think that they love you very much, or they think that you're stunning, they think you're amazing. Like, I feel like they really want to catch you, but their fear is holding them back. Like, they just are afraid of giving because they're afraid that they won't receive it back. I think that that's the kind of energy that this lizard is in. Now, for the connection energy, the Mother and the 5 of Wands. With the Mother here, I think that this is a very caring connection. I think it's a very precious connection. I feel like this part of the card is like 2 hands holding a pearl. So it's very delicate. It's very pure. It's very sacred. I can see this snake like protecting the pearl. So I think that that's a message that the divine is actually protecting your connection as well. And with the Mother, it's just very nurturing and loving. But because we have the 5 of Wands, it's like there might have been an argument, there might have been a falling out. But I feel like at the same time, your connection is protected. So although the 5 of Wands is not a fun energy to be in, it's not the 5 of Swords. They're not like literally fighting with swords. There are no wounds. It might be a little bit of a bruising, but I think that whatever fight this is, or this argument is, it's not gonna ruin your connection. And you will be able to heal whatever has happened in the past. Like whatever arguments or disagreements there were, I think that you are gonna be able to figure things out. Especially because you both want to work with it together with this Mother card. It's like you both really want this connection to work. You both really care about each other, and you're both willing to work things out. What I do want to mention though is this Hermit card. We can see like this Hermit, and I think it's a wand here that they're holding, but it looks like it's this deer is like stabbed and there's like blood coming out. I don't know why that's what I'm seeing. So it might be that I think the hummingbird is going to be this deer, this beautiful white deer, but that this deer has been hurt by the other person. And again, I feel like it's not going to be on purpose or anything like that, but there might have been some hurt going on in this connection, especially because we have a lot about arguments and fighting, right? So I hope that resonated. Now let me remove these cards and let's see what action your person wants to take towards you. Okay, so I laid out all the cards. We have the Lenormand deck with 2 little cards, and then we have all the tarot cards on the bottom. And we're going to start out with these 2 little Lenormand decks. We have the Rider and the Ship. I'll show you guys them up close. I think this deck is adorable. First time for me using a Lenormand deck. By the way, the backing is super cute, but okay, let's just continue. So what I'm seeing here with the Rider and the Ship, it's like there is unexpected news, so they want to deliver a message of some kind of sorts. And maybe this is like them trying to like fuse out the argument, or maybe even bringing you an apology, an unexpected apology. And the ship is all about forward moving or travel. So I think that they kind of want to lay down the swords or the wands and just like get over whatever happened in the past, and they want to move forward with you, or they want to move forward with the situation. And I think they really do want to work things out with you. And we can also see that in the tarot cards. With the tarot cards, we have the Six of Swords, the Eight of Wands, the Ace of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, Judgment, and the Sun. And the Six of Swords talks about moving into calmer waters. So that's literally the energy that we usually have after an argument, like moving away from this argument and trying to really clear the air, settle the energy, and just let it be over with. We also have the Eight of Wands, and the Eight of Wands talks about even more movement, just like that ship. It's like fast action. And it's actually one of the fastest cards that we have in the tarot deck. So I think that this might happen sooner than later. Like we already saw with that volcano as well. It's like you can already hear the rumbling, like it's about to happen. And what I'm seeing here is that like they want to clear things out with you. They want to give you an apology of some sorts. They want to move forward, and they want to take action, especially with this Eight of Wands. And after the Eight of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands, and the Ace of Wands talks about a new beginning, and it's a very passionate beginning. Especially because we did have those fire signs, we can definitely see that this connection is going to be very passionate. Or this person is someone that just really gets passionate about things. So I think that things might be getting quite fiery, maybe even quite physical with the two of you in a good way, right? But I think that they really want to apologize. They want to have a new start, a fresh start with you. I think that they might even want to give you like a hug, or like, I'm not sure if I'm about to say these things on YouTube, but like make up intimate relations, so to say. Maybe that's what we're seeing here with the Ace of Wands. But we can definitely see, like with the Wheel of Fortune here, that there is a time for change. Like things are turning around from bad luck into good luck, or it's just from something that's not working into something that is working out. And also with that Judgment, it's like very freeing. So maybe you are just freeing yourself, or you two are freeing yourself from whatever happened in the past. You're letting it be in the past instead of lingering on it. And we can definitely see with the Sun that very good times are coming for you. Like there is going to be a time with a lot of happiness. I think that you're going to just really enjoy each other's company again, and like maybe be inspired by one another, and just doing things that you love, do them together. But we can definitely see like they want to make up. They want to move forward. They want to move forward with you, especially. And they want things to change for the better with this Wheel of Fortune. They want to just let things be in the past and just start anew, start fresh, and just feel like there is really a new start, no harsh feelings, and just really enjoy your life together. So I think that it was quite a straightforward message. Now let's see if we have any advice left or any messages from Spirit left about this connection. So let's see. So Spirit, is there anything else you have for pile number 3, please? Anything for pile 3? Yeah, there we go. So we have 3 cards. We'll just check these out first, and then we'll see if we take more. So the first one we have is Speak Your Truth with Archangel Gabriel. Thank you, Gabriel, for helping me to speak with integrity. So I do think that within this situation, it's very important for the both of you to speak your truths. I think that that might be something that will help clear out whatever happened in the past, and not ignoring what happened, but really addressing it and seeing it for what it is. And I think that it's very important that the both of you are heard as well. So not just speaking your truth, but also receiving whatever they have to say. So that's the first one. Then we have take a step back with thank you, angels, for helping me to step back from what's not serving me. I think that that's especially the energy that we did see with that hummingbird of not knowing what's going on or not knowing all the answers, but really going into the hermit mode. And the hermit mode doesn't mean that you seclude yourself, but it's like the energy of solitude. And solitude is more of an energy that doing what you love, but being alone, not feeling lonely, but being alone and focusing on you for a while. And I think that that was the best action to take when it comes to you, and let them come forward. Next up, we have synchronicity. So a lot of divine guidance and intervention. You might be seeing synchronicities about this person, or maybe through synchronicities you know that this event is near, or you will be seeing a lot of like similar numbers, for example. So we have thank you, angels, I trust your well-timed guidance and signs. And again, that well-timed, we know that there is perfect timing for everything. There is divine timing at play. It might not be the time right now, but you will know when the timing is right, and your person will know as well. So let's see what else we have. I kind of want one or two more. So Spirit, can we get some more messages for pile 3, please? Anything else you have left? Yeah, there we go. We have signs from heaven. Oh, wow. And it says, thank you, heaven, for sending me reminders of your presence. So again, more synchronicities. I think that the divine really wants you to recognize that you are safe, that whatever happens and happened in the past, that these things were meant to happen, and to trust whatever is going on, because you have and synchronicity and signs from heaven. So there might be a lot of synchronicities happening in your life, just from Spirit to tell you that it's okay, this was meant to happen. You might not know why, but we're sending you these signs for you to know that this was meant to happen, and you can trust that everything's going to be all right. Like, you can lay to rest, as we can see with this card. You can sleep knowing that things will work out in your favor, right? Especially with the Wheel of Fortune, like things are going to change. So I think that's going to be the last card. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, I'd love to get a thumbs up. Comment down below and let me know what you thought of the reading, and if it resonated. Feel free to subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you there. And thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys will have a great day, and I hope to see you in one of my next readings. Bye, guys.